neurofibromatosis. At least that's what I believed until I was 33 years old. I believed that because that's what I was told by my family, who insisted only my older brother Mike, who was severely affected with NF, was the only one in our family who did have it. I was told by doctors who in the 70s and 80s really had little to go on to diagnose me. And I made it all the way to 2007, believing not only was I NF-free, but my children were also NF-free. Until that moment when I was being examined by a new obstetrician, 7 months pregnant with my 6th child. While listening to my baby's heartbeat, my obstetrician ran her hand along my belly, telling me what I had looked a lot like neurofibromatosis. She tells me that she had just taken a class that specifically covered NF, and now, in that moment, I couldn't hide. I had nowhere to go. What ensued was a conversation that was condescending, as in, why on earth would you have 6 kids knowing you have NF? To the frustrating, what do you mean you didn't know you had NF? To the heartbreaking, oh my God, I have NF. Did you know that neurofibromatosis affects more people than cystic fibrosis, Huntington's disease, and muscular dystrophy combined? That's 1 in 3,000 people. It's the most common unknown disorder in human existence. And I have found that since my diagnosis, NF in many ways is a hidden disorder. If you ran into 3 of my kids, 6 of them, that have NF, you would not see anything wrong with them. Their tumors, right now at this point, are all internal. Acoustic neuromas, astrocytomas, and optic gliomas. Ears, eyes, and brain. The few cafe au laits and neurofibromas that they have are barely noticeable. But others with NF, those that you see when you Google the disorder, have tumors of all shapes and sizes on their face, arms, and legs. They can pop up anywhere at any time. And as a progressive disorder, we never know where the next tumor will appear, whether it will be internal, external, benign, or cancerous. 7% of all NF tumors prove to be cancerous, but even the non-cancerous ones can prove to be life-threatening, whether by destroying vital organs, cutting off blood supplies, crowding out brain tissue, or even crushing a child's windpipe. I have to admit, after my appointment with my obstetrician, I was not frightened. I was in shock, angry, scared, confused, for me and for my kids. I looked more closely in the mirror, and what I was seeing and what I thought and what I was told were just small moles and blemishes now suddenly stood out as neurofibromas, the small tumors caused by NF. I looked at my body more closely than I ever had before, and I saw the truth that I had been hiding from my entire life, the same way most of my friends with NF hide from the world. But at that moment, I could no longer ignore or deny it. The truth had been thrust in my face, and I knew then that I needed to find out how this was going to affect my 6 kids. The next few months were spent getting us all checked out, and 3 of them ended up officially diagnosed with NF. I was crushed and angry. So, as a writer, I started a blog. Life in the big city. But city was spelled with an SH. Life in the big. All I found on the internet were horrific pictures and negative articles. Few blogs and websites and groups just filled with uncertainty and fear. And all I wanted to do is add my voice to theirs. And so I let my husband read a couple of my blog posts. He's a writer and public speaker, motivational public speaker. That was a big mistake. He told me my writing was good, but he wondered what would happen if I chose to be encouraging. What if I chose to be an advocate for our disorder, and maybe even a shining light of hope? He paused and then ducked, I guess expecting me to hit him. But something about what he said clicked. It felt so good, and it felt right. That day, Thriving with Neurofibromatosis was born. The blog and the choice. The choice to encourage and empower not only myself, but my kids, and even the NF community in general. I didn't turn into Wonder Woman or Supermom. I just did what I had to do. I got up every morning and I faced the next challenge. Fighting the system for baseline MRIs, even when facing a force trying to stop me. Fighting schools to provide more help for my kids, and even teaching my own doctors about what NF is. We discovered my oldest daughter, Bailey. She had an acoustic neuroma just right after her MRI, just a few months after being diagnosed with NF. And a few months after that, another tumor. This one required immediate action. 3 months of chemotherapy, that non-cancerous but still life-threatening tumor had doubled in size. Another year of chemo kept it stable, and today we just wait and watch. That's the life of NF. Her brother has multiple eye issues and spinal tumors that thankfully have not dramatically affected him yet. Today, his younger sister Rachel, who's about ready to turn 13, who faces uncertainty. After dealing with a basal ganglia mass that created vision issues since she was 7, our latest MRI just a month ago discovered another tumor that's very similar to her older sister Bailey. Non-cancerous, inoperable between the two sides of her brain. In truth, my family has been really lucky. So many of my friends and personal friends are dealing with much worse symptoms, more life-threatening situations, and tumors that are cancerous. And every day I get up and I wonder, what's next? For my children, for myself. You may not be able to see myself from where you're sitting, not unless you're really looking for them. But they stand out to me. And I wonder when I'll wake up covered in neurofibromas like the gentleman you saw in the video. And honestly, I'm scared. I wonder what the world will say about me, about my kids. I wonder what my kids' next challenge will be and how they'll face their future. Thriving with neurofibromatosis isn't a slogan, isn't a platitude for me. It's a way of life. It's a necessity. It means going beyond just living with NF, going beyond just dealing with NF. It means sharing what it is to the world, encouraging the world to stop hiding so that we can get the help we need. The help that you are here to provide, financially, emotionally. Every one of you in this room is affected by NF in some way. And thriving with NF means taking your experience beyond this room and out into the world. Letting people know what NF is, seeing past the diagnosis, beyond the bump, to the people beneath them. Lifting them up and loving them through all that they may face, so that together we all can thrive. Thank you.